Since he had a meeting. And so I'm going to turn it over to Doug and Kathy as the co-chairs of the 2024 National Grange Convention Planning Committee.
Well, I mean, it's kind of an open forum, right? So for people to ask questions. So I guess I don't have anything other than we're kind of doing things a little different this year than years past. We decided that we didn't need to cater so much to the folks that are going to be in meetings, and wanted to kind of try to come up with things for the people that weren't stuck in meetings, like the delegates and that, for them to do. So we've got like a tour each day, at least one tour each day, different workshops every day. So just more things to do for the people that aren't in meetings. So I guess I'll kind of open it up to anybody else has questions.
Doug, I would also say on Monday night, rather than having a banquet just for the officers and the delegates, we're having a ride on the Mississippi, since that goes with our slogan for the year, Meet Us at the River. And we will be taking a boat ride on an 1.5-hour trip up and back. And we do have somebody telling us, a guide. So we're encouraging, we can have up to 400 people to go on the boat.
And how do they get to do that, Kathy? How do they get to go on that luncheon cruise?
Okay, that's supposed to be on the registration. So when they go in to sign up on the registration, they should be able to indicate how many tickets or how many people they would want to go. The cost is $50, right, Doug? Okay.
Correct.
Per person, whether you're an adult or a child.
Children are
35.
35.
Okay.
Yep.
We hadn't talked about that, so I wasn't sure. $30 for adults, 35 for kids.
50 for adults, 35.
50, I'm sorry. I get my tongue tied. And so we would love to have as many of you out there that can come.
And then what happens after they get off of the boat from the cruise?
You're doing that one, Jody.
So there are activities planned starting on Monday for everybody. The delegates will go into their pre-convention meeting, and then in the early evening, we're going to have an hors d'oeuvre reception to get acquainted. There's the words I'm looking for. A get acquainted reception with hors d'oeuvres. So trying to encourage everybody to come and enjoy themselves all week long. So tell us about the cruises, the tours. You have several tours during the week.
Give me a sec here. I'll pull up our list of all of them.
I have the list.
There we go. Wrong thing. I'll find it eventually.
Well, on Tuesday, we're going to the Arsenal there in Rock Island.
Yeah, so I found it.
Okay.
So there's actually 2 tours on Tuesday. There's a morning tour that goes to Chocolate Manor. Kind of gives you, it's like for those with sweet tooth, kind of a history of chocolate, and then there's samples and a demonstration on making chocolate. Then in the afternoon, there's a trip to the Rock Island Arsenal, which is a active duty military base, kind of down in the Quad Cities area. We'll pick up a tour guide or a guide along the way, so they'll kind of give us the spiel of the arsenal. And let's see, there is a national and Confederate cemetery there. Wednesday, there's a team building, kind of an off the grid art museum deal where you can go in and Karie, is that the one where they can make that's not the one they're making signs on, right?
So the Figgy Museum, it's a team building exercise, and as it's for up to 50 people, and they're creating a art project together, and each person is an integral part to the project, and if one of you is missing, the project won't come out right. So it seems like it's going to be a really fun experience.
Karie, what's the cost and what's the limit?
For the Figgy Art Museum, it's a limit of 50 people, and it costs
25 is what we got on the paper.
yes.
So yeah. Also on Wednesday for the quilters of the organization, there is a like a quilt shop hop to at least 2 different quilt shops in the area. That one will kind of be limited based on what we have for transportation, but so if you want to go to the quilt shop hop, you'll want to get signed up early on that. Thursday, there's 3 separate times where we'll do tours of the John Deere Harvester Works. So there's a 7, 9, and 11 tour. And then also on Thursday, there is a tour of the John Deere Pavilion at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. The Harvester Works, you do have to be over the age of 13 to go and wear closed-toed shoes. So
Is there a cost for that, Doug?
yep. For that tour is $10. And then same for the John Deere Pavilion as well. It's a $10 tour.
So you're saying that Tony cannot wear his open-toed stilettos if he goes to the John Deere factory?
No.
Correct.
Okay. So leave him home, Tony.
Let's see what else. Thursday afternoon, there's a tour of the Davenport Distillery. There'll be like a craft cocktail class. You do have to be 21 or over to go to that one, and it's limited to 30 people. It's a $25 tour. Friday will be a tour of Cinnamon Ridge Farms. It's a robotic dairy. There will be a lunch with that. It's $20. The owners will give you an explanation of the entire farm operation, and then they give you a tour of the dairy barn. And then let's see what else is there. Yeah, basically you just kind of learn about kind of the high-tech end of the dairy industry, and then you can do a cheese tasting at the end of it and enjoy your lunch. It is not handicap accessible. You have to walk up a flight of stairs to an observation deck, and is limited to 50 people.
So while these people are on the tours, what else is going on during the day, during the week?
Well, so we also have a bunch of workshops going on.
How about Karie doing that one?
Karie, do you have the actual workshop schedule and breakout?
I realized.
There.
Yeah, I have it. I have it out. On Monday, I went to the overview instead of each day. On Monday, we're still looking for some presenters because we have lots of open spaces. Emma, Edelen and I have been working on really hard on the workshop schedule. And we have a lot of asks out right now, and we're just waiting for people to say yes. They're hesitant, they're waiting until they know. After the riverboat cruise, we're hoping to get a speaker from Whiffles to speak to everyone before we have our National Grange Social at 5:30. On Tuesday, we have a decorated cookie class for $15. It's a cookie class. They're gonna decorate 6 cookies that they can let dry and then eat later in the week if they so choose. We have 2 of those classes, one at 10 a.m. and one at 2 p.m. Then at 4 p.m. we have what to do when you're stuck, vertical thinking. We're looking for a presenter on how to write a resolution, which will be on Tuesday afternoon. And at 9 p.m. on Tuesday, the Communications Fellows and Phil Veneta are hosting a story slam for everyone. And they're gonna have more details out before National Grange session, so everybody can work on their stories to present that evening. We did a story slam, I believe, in Minnesota, and everybody liked it, and so we're bringing it back. Wednesday, we have food safety for group meals. Keep your food safe, presented by Ann Bircher. We've got youth and juniors homework time with Emma Edelen. Wednesday is from 2 to 4 is Board and Brush. And Board and Brush is a outside company who's gonna come in and for $42, $2 to us so we can bring them in, and $40 to the company, you can make a project that you can take home with you. And you get to pick it out. Once you sign up for it, you're gonna get a link to go to their website, and then you can pick your project that you'd like to do. We've got fidget building. We're making marble mazes out of fleece and felt. Nothing else has been decided on for Wednesday, so we've got some open space on Wednesday if anybody wants to do a workshop. Thursday, we have junior D&D, maybe. We're trying to decide if they want to do it. Otherwise, Dungeons and Dragons for 14 and above, the first 4 degrees, led by Emma Edelen. We also have Grange Hall games presented by Diana Norquist of Ohio. Internet safety, be prepared for teens. Internet safety, be prepared for adults by Brian Odell of Beaver Valley Grange in Illinois. We have card crafting for special occasions, which is cost of $5, presented by Robin Kimberg of Prairie Grange in Illinois. On Friday, we have a community service 2024 to 2025 workshop. We've got youth and junior public speaking and sign-a-song competition. We're also gonna have another session of the internet safety for both teens and adults in case you were on a tour the day before. We have a learn and practice parliamentary procedure. What else? Saturday is a big day for workshops, along with 6th degree and 7th degree. We have donuts with directors, both for the youth directors and the junior directors. Rural Minds is doing a rural youth mental health peer-to-peer support session. There's going to be a lecturer's workshop with Tom Gwynn. Is Your Grange in Order, presented by Lynette Schaefer, president of the Illinois State Grange. From 4 to 5:30, we're gonna have different roundtables going. In one room, it'll be youth ideas roundtable, community service ideas, and lecturer ideas roundtable. And then from 4:50 to 5:30, it's gonna be junior leaders ideas roundtable, community service again, and lecture ideas again. Because if maybe you went to the lectures the first session and you want to go to the community service the second session. And then after the celebration banquet, we are going to have a trivia contest. That is all that I have set in stone right now. Like I said, I have lots of asks still out.
So Doug, tell us about the facility.
So the convention and hotel, two kind of separate facilities adjacent to each other. The hotel is actually a casino that is right on the river. And then there's like a skywalk deal to get over to the convention center, where the session and everything will be taking place. So we have the entire convention center, so it's just us. There's the session room and then a couple other rooms right around there where the showcase and that kind of stuff will be. Hospitality room will be in the actual hotel portion. Kind of sounded like we're gonna have basically one of the towers of the hotel just for Grange folks. So everybody will kind of be in the same general vicinity of one tower. Really nice facility. But there is a little bit of a walk from the hotel through the skywalk. You got to cross some railroad tracks in that skywalk over to the convention center. But if you don't want to walk, you can drive around and park in front of the convention center.
And it's all handicap accessible.
Right.
There's elevators and everything very accessible.
You
What-
can't, according to their rules, you will not be allowed to take food out of the area where the hospitality room is, and you won't be able to take any coffee or anything into the meeting room this year. So we all have to be conscious of that because they will be watching us.
And they made that very clear to us, didn't they, that they would be watching.
Yes, more than once.
So, anything else new? How about, are you doing a community service project?
Connie?
Thanks, Jody.
You're welcome. It was a good segue, I thought.
So our community service project is Raised Across America. If everybody doesn't know what that is, it's where they raise funds to lay a wreath at the headstones of the national cemeteries. So this year you just need to bring money. $17 will sponsor a wreath. You can give more, you can give less, but that's what we're going to be doing.
We should, I just thought of this now, right? We should work with Chris and Phil and get that sent out to all of the state granges, all the granges, and granges should be given the opportunity to sponsor a wreath as well. Rather
Yes,
than just general members. I just thought of that now, so.
that is a great idea.
As was mentioned, the hotel sits right on the Mississippi River. If you are on the riverside, you look right into Moline, Illinois. Yes, Illinois, right? Yes. It's a very short ride. If you're flying in, it's a very short ride, roughly 10 minutes from the airport to the hotel. And if you're bad with directions, you shouldn't have any trouble because you leave the airport and you drive straight, you go across the river and there's the hotel. If you get lost going to or from the hotel, you really shouldn't be driving because it's that simple. It is a tiny airport. I think there was like 16 gates in total. So I would keep that in mind when, if you're flying, I would keep that in mind. When you're flying home, it probably could be a challenge if you don't book your flight early, getting a flight in the morning, because there's not a lot of flights. It's a small airport. It's a very nice airport, very easy to navigate. Like they said, we have run of the convention center. So we should have a really good time. Oh, your cruise. How are they gonna get to the boat?
The boat is actually docking right at the hotel, so just a short walk up to the marina from the hotel. So basically cross the street and you'll get on the boat right there at the hotel.
And making your way to the marina is very easy. Like you said, it's a walking distance, but it's also very handicap accessible. There's ramps and everything is a good grade. So there should be no reason why anybody feels as though that they can't do anything but go to the robotics farm. And they're giving everybody good notice on the robotics farm not being handicap accessible. So, you know, what are we missing?
On Wednesday night, we are having Quilts of Valor. And Iowa and the region, all the states have been asked to supply at least 2 quilts from each state. These will be given to not necessarily Grange people, but ones that are qualified under Quilts of Valor rules. So we will have at least 14. Last I knew, we had 17. So that will be a great night for everybody. You'll want to make sure you come early so you can find a room. We always pack it in on Wednesday because all the youth come in too. So please come in early. As far as these trips, make sure you sign up early. Don't wait till the last minute, because if they're full, you won't get to go.
Good point, Kathy. So I gotta say, the committee, the Midwest region, they're working very hard. They're really thinking out of the box. It's gonna be a lot of fun. They've got their act together. They know what they're doing, and they know what they want to do, and it's gonna be, we're all gonna benefit from it as the attendees. It's gonna be a lot of fun. So. Anybody have any questions for the committee, for the Midwest region? Try to stump them. You guys have impressed them so much, they can't even think of a question to ask about the convention.
This is kind of about convention. I don't know if you can, but can you put a picture of the workshop list that you have, if you're allowed to, just in the chat? Just so that if we missed anything, then we can read back through it. If that's okay.
Yeah, give me 1 second.
Just Garrett, keep in mind that that list is subject to change. There's still a lot of openings that they're filling. They're working with a lot of educators, and they're waiting on a lot of responses. And then as we get closer, right, we don't know, life gets in people's way, so there may be some subject to change. So just keep that in mind.
Which that's totally fine. I just want to see it, just in case, if I, at least for my side, if I missed anything.
Sure.
I think you should be able to get to it.
Karie,
Yeah.
is the list of all the workshops not on the registration form?
So far, the only workshops that are on the registration form are workshops that have a fee attached to them. The whole workshop list is going to be a separate file that you can find once we get everything set in stone. And so like when we get to convention, when you get your schedule of events, that's going to be just the general schedule, and then there will be a second schedule that will have all the workshops on it that you can pull out or read on your phone.
Okay,
You'll probably have to come to the office to sign up for those, right, Carrie?
For what, ma'am?
For the committees or
The workshops?
yes.
Most workshops are like just gonna be in the room, so you would just show up into the room.
Oh, okay.
And the workshops that have a fee are already on the registration form, and it has like what the limit is. For
Okay.
each one of the registrations that has a limit. Like the board and brush is limit 50. Each cookie class is limit 30.
That's a lot of cookies at 6 cookies a person.
She's actually having our cookie class tonight, and it's 24 cookies. That's a normal cookie class. But I didn't think we could use 24 cookies at the hotel. I could be wrong.
We could have put them in the room to give away.
But she has 39 people over there, so add
Wow.
that to your head.
Wow, good for them.
Yeah.
So, Jean and Maria, is there anything we should know about the 7th degree?
No, I think the main thing that the 7th degree is going to be in the same spot where the 6th degree is. It'll be a little different again this year, which we've been used to the past few years. Let's see. What else?
It's just gonna be a delegate floor model.
Yes, it'll be more of a delegate floor model instead of the stage model. So don't be surprised. Come and witness the 7th degree.
That's neat.
Or do be surprised, right?
Yes.
Always surprised.
So for those of you that are attending, there's limited food inside the hotel. And there are smaller eating establishments, probably 10 or 12 of them within 2 to 3 blocks of the hotel, of the convention center. Those are easiest, if you're walking, are gonna be easiest accessed through the convention center because you have to cross railroad tracks, and it's not the easiest thing to do when they got fences and all of that stuff to scale at the same time. But we have arranged a prepared meal of some sort every day. So you'll find that on your registration form. When we made the visit out there, we can tell you the food that we ate in the Keller's American Grill was outstanding. But they don't open until 5 p.m. So they're only at dinner, and then they've got a sandwich counter, which was quite good. We had breakfast and lunch at the sandwich counter, and it was pretty good. If you like tater tots, top notch. I do, and they are. So, no one from hospitality's on, right? No. So
The hospitality room does have a huge lobby area that is available for us to utilize and to fellowship in. And the committee rooms are actually in the convention center this year. And so they will be closed at 11 p.m. because the convention center closes at 11 p.m. So committee's got to get their stuff done and get out.
any Any other questions before Doug and Kathy give their last words? I guess not. All right. Well, if Doug or Kathy want to wrap us up and encourage everybody to get there and.
Yeah, I like Jody was saying, encourage everybody to come out this year and just kind of enjoy the area. Like I said, we're trying to shake it up a little bit and do things a little bit different. Instead of having just everything catered toward the delegates and those folks that are in meetings, we're trying to get it so that there could be more activities for the non-delegate folks to visit. So hope to see everybody there.
I would encourage everybody, if you can't come for the whole thing, come for the boat ride on Monday, come back Friday, you know, pick your dates and come back and enjoy it. Enjoy all of us. We will be all there, and hopefully you will enjoy what we've decided to do this year.
Well, this region deserves a lot of credit. Like I said, you guys are really thinking out of the box. You guys it seem like you're having a lot of fun in the planning stage. You got a lot of irons in the fire. It's going to be amazing when it all comes together. So, all right, Karie, get us the heck out of here.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for being on. For everybody, Phil said he should have it on YouTube by Monday if you want to go back over anything that we said here today. Otherwise, thank you so much for being with us tonight, and we can't wait to see you in the Quad Cities.